Today I'm going to write to you or read to you some of my favorite poems that I've written because it's an exposition. It's an exposition practice for me to read something I've wrote out loud. This one's called And I Started to Finish Chewing. And I started to finish chewing every bite in full, staying seated until I had swallowed it all. And I began smiling the moment my eyes opened in the morning because I had realized it was only me. Only me who had the power to tell myself no or yes, you can have that. No or yes, you are this. And I began viewing the fences of my mind as pixie dust, scattered in a straight line, but vanishing at the mere touch of a finger and in the blink of an eye. When I decide, when I choose to be free, when I chose that limitations are no longer applicable to me. It makes me a little bit emotional when I read the poems out loud because they just live in my head and on the page most of the time. And it's scary. Life is good and it is scary and beautiful but messy, and I get scared of my own thoughts a lot of the time. And I miss people I once knew and those I haven't even met yet. Though I recognize they are all pieces of me and my consciousness, and I can only love everyone to the extent of my capacity to love and recognize myself fully. And then bam, I remember we are on a floating rock, okay? We are on a floating rock, guys. We are on a floating rock and it's all okay. And even if it isn't, it is. I love that one. It's fun. Oh, I like that. Okay. This is the first one I wrote a long time ago when I had decided that, I hadn't decided anything. I just started writing it. But it's when I really chose to see myself as a poet as well. I like to write, and I went into this journey of screenwriting, even with my master's in screenwriting, and I was with my master's in screenwriting, okay? I still have imposter syndrome about that, as though I'm boasting if I say that I did that, and I don't like that. But I did do that master's, and I earned it, and I also worked really hard. And I had to identify as a writer before I even got into the program because I had no experience in the writing world or the film industry even. And I learned so much. I learned so much in that degree, and I'm really proud of it. And this is a poem that I was writing. I think I was walking on the sidewalk when I was going to class, and I was like, I like this. And I wrote it down, and then after I was like, I'm going to write more poems and identify as that too, because you're not only one thing, right, ever. So this one is called No is My Best Friend. No is my best friend. No cradles me in the dark. No sits with me when things get hard. No knows. It knows. Why? Because no feels like breathing for me. No feels like space. No feels like mine. No feels like I can dance in the fields in the space between you and I, between black and white, between all of the lies and the truth. No is my truth, often and over again, because no means yes to something else, to more, to me, to my sanity. No is my best friend. Who is yours? That one is really near and dear to my heart because no is often seen as such a negative word, and it is often made for us to have to believe that when we're saying no, we're kind of being mean, right? Or we're not allowed to necessarily uphold a boundary, and just simply it being no is a complete sentence, right? No is a full sentence. No is enough. And, we're made to be seen as bossy or aggressive or too direct, but sometimes no is just no. And no can even be just internal, where you're like, no, I don't want this, I want this. No, I don't want to be around that person anymore, I want to be around this person. And you're allowed to have your no. And so no is my best friend. Who is yours, right? No cradles me in the dark. Because when I'm, holding myself in the dark, I am often a situation where I'm contemplating. I don't have space on my phone anymore. This is an issue. We're gonna have to figure that one out. But yeah, no, if I'm in a space where I'm contemplating and I'm cradling myself in the dark, and my no is enough at that point. It means that I'm in this space with myself and I'm cradling myself in the dark, and that's a no. It's a no for me. That's a no. Enough is enough, right? So I really do love that one. So those are 3 poems that I've written. Maybe I can read one more. Okay, I do like this one. Not for walls or the skin I live in. Not for walls or the skin I live in, not the city or the clothes I fit in. Home has never been a place, but rather my mind and the space that inhabits the holes in my heart, and the space that inhabits the gaps in between, all of the times that I smile and all of the times that I cry. My laugh and my almond eyes, all of the hugs that I've been wrapped in, I find me in the spaces in between. Home is where I am because it's my favorite place to be. Right here, my home is with me. I've struggled with belonging a lot of the time in my life and trying to find where my home is and where I belong and where I'm supposed to be. And at the end of the day, it's always with me. It's always with myself. It's always knowing that I've got my own back. It's always knowing that I'm going to be okay. It's always knowing that, I can trust my decisions, and I can trust my instincts and my intuition about people, places, things, opportunities. Yeah. So, not for walls or the skin I live in. That's not my home. My home is just me inside, right there. So that's 4 poems. I hope you guys like them. I hope you enjoyed in some way, shape, or form. I'd like to post them somewhere, probably on Only My Own Validation, and find a way to get them out there at some point. That's the video for today. Maybe you found some wisdom in any of those, and I hope I see you soon. Well, tomorrow. I'll be posting tomorrow.